Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name's Noah and I plan on doing just Transformer reviews because that's what I'm obsessed with. So today we've got the triumphant, I think it's the H44B Clover Shattered Glass New Age Grimlock. Obviously a Trypticon type ordeal here. This guy looks awesome. I'm loving the silver claws, the chest with the transparent black plastic showing some inner bits, the orange paints. The head sculpt is really cool. I mean, look at that thing. That is awesome. That big orange visor, those vents, that kind of stud chin. I don't know. Looks kind of like an IDW Optimus Prime head. That's just my opinion. But let me show you some credentials I have that to prove I can be a reviewer, I guess. Well, here's some simple stuff here. I got an old fallen, forget what line it's from, Armada Starscream, the Make Toys Megatron as Despotron. I've got the I don't remember the name of him. The X-Transbots, Ultra Magnus, Alternate Universe Optimus Prime. I've got the Transform Element Optimus Prime and a little gold cliff jumper from New Age. I've got some movie characters, Optimus and the Bumblebee with nest colors. And I've got some old RID stuff. You've got these guys, Cyburn, Prowl, X-Brawn, Optimus Prime, and Scourge. And here's some crap I got in my little shelf here. You'll see some mini-cons, you'll see a wheelie over there, you'll see a knockoff Transformers Optimus Prime pen, and just dudes I shove mini-cons onto. So yeah, let's get to the review. Alright, so here's the box. Trying to get a good frame of it. Let me get a good frame. There we go. The box is pretty cool. I mean, it just shows some product imaging. Nothing too special. I wish I had some box art. I mean, this kind of extinction is a thing of the past. Legendary heroes, multiverse. I don't know. It's kind of lame. But the poses are pretty cool. So, I mean, yeah. It's pretty alright. Oh, shit. For the box, all it comes with is an extra pair of hands, doing the kind of I'm gonna slap you motion, open hands. And he's got a sword and a blaster. The blaster's pretty good, it's just molded plastic, but the detailing is really nice. And the sword is pretty cool too. I do like how they did the flame, which is used later on in Dinosaur mode. But just molded plastic, dark blue to light blue to a whitish at the base. And the stem for the sword is actually pretty cool too. Doesn't look too bad. So that's accessories. Let's get on to articulation of the figure. As you see by this stud, he's got a pretty good posability. For a $40 figure, technically I got it for $12 on Shozy with points. But whatever, right? It's 45 bucks. These can move in and out if you want to have a different look on the figure. I kind of just leave them at the front with his little arms out and about like this. These are fully posable, which we'll get on later. Head is fully posable, full 360 up and down, confused Trypticon look. I'm gonna kill you with my fist at a flying angle pose, articulation head pose. He's got shoulders that ratchet up to here, pin up to here. So, happy Trypticon. Fully rotatable arms, which I forget that have a extension of the arm that you can pull out, so you get more of a bicep. Rotation. Oh, actually, yeah, it's a very tight fit. So, single joint with an extension. You know, the wrists move because they pull off just to replace with, you know, the other hands if you want it like this. The legs are also pretty simple, pretty modern. You know, you got this, the thigh swivel, fully bendable knees with an extra little joint that pulls out more. Heels, well, sorry, toes, move forward a full 90, can tilt in a full 90. Can't go back any, which does kind of suck when you want to do more dynamic posing, but that's all right. Finally, it's got a waist swivel. It's pretty nice and stiff, and you got an ab crunch. So, how about we get on to some transformations, shall we? So first up, what I like to do is I like to shove in these arms. You'll hear a clicking sound when you lock them in fully. It's a very tight squeeze, so just pull really hard on the first time you do it, but don't break it. I didn't tell you to do that. Pull open these arm flaps, the claw flaps, I guess, I don't know. Forearm flaps. You flip the forearm fully, so you get the triangular piece. Then you rotate the wrist downward. Then you lock up all of that assembly. Looks pretty good. Good old dinosaur claw. Same on the other side. Rotate it down, lock in. All right, next step, I like to kind of just pull these assemblies away. Kind of just get it all out of my way because it gets kind of annoying. I'll do these. So you pull out, there's a little like joint, a little flap here. They lock in when you transform them, but pull these out. I like to leave them up like this, just get them out of my way. You're gonna fold out the flaps on the feet. Good old Bobby Skull face, right? Same thing on the other side. Then there's a little flap. Flip these out. Then you're going to break his leg after you pull out these flaps. Pull out these flaps. Break his leg. Push this flap to his thigh. Rotate it 180 degrees. Then put it all back together. Lock in that. There you go. That's part of your leg. Do the same with the other side. Pull out the flap here. Rotate that. Your extra little tail piece, you'll rotate that out. Then to the thigh. Crack his leg. Do the same thing. The other side. Then lock it into place. Which kind of gets annoying at times, but it's all right. So here you have your legs. Kind of like to connect them here at the base. So you'll come to the back. You see that these are flipped up. Make sure all the skirts are down, the hip skirts. Then it'll fit right in just that little spot. Connect the piece together. You hear a little click, and the tail pieces connect together. Then you go fully opposable tail. Let's fix that up. Next up, do the torso / face. So you're going to, what is it? Push down. That's what it is. Push down on his torso after you lift his head up and push out this assembly from the back. Forgot about that part. Make sure his waist is straight. Oh, jeez, man. Come on. Get out of the way. You'll see normal Grimlock, it'll shove into its space, which leaves the little Triptychon head right there. Leave it on those little two flaps here. Then flip up the head and the back flap. You'll see it fully rotates on a joint. Flip that up. Flip around the bottom flaps from the back. You don't want to get this right. It's kind of weird. But you kind of push it in. I kind of like to push the head back a little bit and make sure it's fully down, like I said. Then you can kind of just... If you're good at transforming stuff, unlike me, you'll be able to do it pretty easy. Put the head down first. And the flaps will kind of just push themselves in if they'd be willing to do so. Let me fix this and let me show you right. All right, so I got it. Sorry, this is my first thing ever, so I'm just trying to figure out speed transforming, I guess. So the head kind of wants to be laid a little above the flap. You'll kind of see it better on this one right here. You kind of have like a couple millimeters of room. Then it'll perfectly clasp in to itself, leaving only the legs exposed. Now, if you see what I did there, make sure these slots are fully out, then just lay it down. It'll lock in, push into a tab that's in right around here. That gives you the full body. Then your last step is to push down the tabs you pulled up before, push them down. Same with the other side. And there you have your mean little dinosaur right there. Let's go on to posability. Articulation wise, this thing's pretty cool. Only downside I have is I'll talk about it in a second, but head is fully posable up and down via pin. Its mouth opens this wide. You'll see if you buy this figure that it's very tight here. Kind of just got to pull the mouth up a little further. I think it's a little tongue right here, but really it just allows you to peg in the 5mm or 5mm, the port, so you could shove your little dinosaur blast into there and have him, you know, barfing out fire. But whatever. Head can fully rotate, so that's cool. It's got nice little silver on it too. It's little arms, kind of scary to deal with, but they do rotate fully and kind of go out all the way if you want to, do this, but goes out all the way. The fingers rotatable on a ball joint. You can see from right here in his hand, his palm. Same for both other sides, obviously. Tail fully posable. You can rotate it. You can technically put it down, up to there, down all the way to here if you want. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but yeah, you can do that. Whatever, it's pretty cool. The only thing I have a problem with is the legs. The legs don't knee bend. They do the flamingo leg, which sucks. Because I don't want him to just look like this in a pose. I don't really want him to do that. I'd like him to have a forward bending leg, but the claws are almost fully extendable too. You can put the claws down to here, up to here, up to that side. Then obviously you saw that. And I mean, if you really want to, I'm pretty sure you could just pull out. Okay. Pull out the arm if you really want like you could do kind of like the Grimlock jumping on, I don't remember who it was. I think it's Devastator scene. But, there's Grimlock. You can fully, move his legs out. Flying saucer when his legs like that. But, I mean, overall, he's a pretty good figure. And you can also peg the gun into the back of his neck, back area if you want. I don't know. Maybe it makes more sense if it's a Trypticon remold or repaint. You kind of just have a laser here, whatever. But yeah, it's pretty good overall. I'll show you some poses I got. Well, I guess that kind of does it for our first review here. I guess positives and negatives. Price point's pretty cool for a mid-sized deluxe. I mean, I know deluxes and commanders leaders are getting more expensive, but if you want to move into a different type of collection, such as legend scale, this guy's pretty good. I mean, you know, he's big. He's got some weight to him. Only negative I'd say is got this junk issue, and maybe no forward toe tilt. But besides that, there's really nothing wrong with this figure. Maybe he's a little bland. I mean, what else are you really supposed to do with the company who's trying to replicate all of the G1 characters for their Legends line, right? And I do have some plans on, I do want some bigger figures, but being college, I've got that money. So it's kind of a cool figure that I can review for cheap. I mean, it's pretty cool for what he is. I mean, technically me only paying 12 bucks for this dude, I mean, crap, I'd steal. But I'd recommend buying from Shozy if you're gonna buy a figure. Their shipping times are long, but you're gonna get like the best price. So I mean, it just makes the most sense to buy from them. They're the best with their customers. I've had a couple of times where I've needed some replacement parts because they broke in shipping. I even had to get a figure reshipped because it didn't come with it. But I mean, they're good. They're a really good company to buy from. No, I'm not sponsored because I have less than 40 subs, but I love that company. And I love this figure. So, hope you enjoyed reviewing it with me, and I hope to see you soon. But for now, this is Noah signing off. Have a good night.